So this is a combination plate. We call it the smoked pork trinity. It's a little smoked jalapeno cheddar sausage, some of our barbecue, whole hog, a couple of the baby back ribs. This one's got some baked beans and coleslaw. I knew of this building because when I was a little kid, we had pecan trees in our yard. So they would take bags of pecans and give you $5 for them. So my dad had me picking them up in the yard, and that was how I got my allowance money when I was real little. Hey there, I'm Elliott Moss. Welcome to Elliott's Barbecue Lounge and Seminar Brewing. We're here in Florence, South Carolina. We're gonna give you a tour of the pit room, smokehouse, where all the barbecue magic happens. So this is our custom-made center block pit. It's styled after kind of traditional PD style barbecue. We grew up cooking hogs on center block pits kind of like this. We filled the inside of the center block with concrete and reinforced it with rebar. And we've got fire brick on the inside. We have these metal rods here where we can move them around. These grates, we can kind of flip them depending on what we're cooking. Today we got a hog on, some baby back ribs, pork steaks, and some mushrooms we're smoking for, mushroom Swiss burger. We start this thing up pretty early in the morning, fill it up. We cook the lunch ribs, then we finish with the dinner ribs. We cook our chicken wings, smoked salmon, our hogs, our half chickens, our smoked sausage, just about everything on this. This is our fire barrel charcoal maker. It's fashioned out of a short, stubby 500-gallon propane tank, and we've customized it to be our burn barrel. So we get this wood in from Darlington. It's mostly oak. We try to get some pecan mixed into it also, and we just throw it in, the coals drop down, and we shovel the coals underneath. Got these doors here, and this is how we control the airflow. We normally have the lids on the smoker while it's cooking, but these are aluminum, custom made. They're pretty light. We chose the aluminum just so we could handle them. Stainless steel would be twice as heavy, and then regular steel is even heavier and it rusts. So the health department wants this to be nice, smooth, cleanable, and yeah, we've got these lights here. We can change them for different colors. I kind of like the red at night when I'm in here alone. The white light helps us see. But yeah, we're gonna take this hog off now and get it inside and start pulling it for dinner. Caleb and Chuck here are gonna take it off for us. We got this metal pan here, custom made, and this is what we transfer the hog with to the inside. But we cook the hogs cut in half. Some people cook them whole. The hog shift here is a one-person job in the morning, so it's just a little easier for us to handle half hogs by ourselves than whole hogs. And they come from Darlington, right down the street. Some of them come from King Street, Hemingway, local hogs here. And we do baby back ribs, as I was saying. We do a brown sugar rub on those. We're playing around with the pork steaks right now. They're starting to be pretty popular here, and as I was saying, the mushrooms for the mushroom Swiss burger. Awesome. Think you're good on that one? I'll get the door for you, Caleb. Yeah, so this is where we pull the hog, and we wanted to have it where folks can see a little bit of the action. The smokehouse, we do offer tours. If people want to come see it, we offer them to come check it out, but we really wanted it to be kind of interactive. Kids get to come up and see what we're doing and pull the hog in front of everybody, and it's a good thing. But we'll give you a little rest of the tour. We'll let this sit out here for a minute and rest on this table, and then we'll get to pulling. Well, this is how you would enter the place regularly. We're open lunch and dinner. We filter everybody through this little hallway, and depending on the service, we have hosts here at night. Lunch is kind of seat yourself. This is our merchandise area. We sell a good bit of t-shirts and hats. We're real close to I-95 and I-20. We get a lot of tourism from people just coming and stopping and something to eat. Myrtle Beach is real close, so we get a lot of people stopping here on their way, and kind of wanted to have that roadside, tourist trap kind of thing where people can come buy some merchandise and memorabilia from their vacation. But yeah, we have a few shirts. This pig face is something I've been doing for a long time. It's a riff on Piggly Wiggly. Seminar Brewing here. My grandfather had an oil business, and we kind of borrowed some imagery from his oil business. These were oil barrels for his old logo with this eagle and font. We changed it to beer kegs, and this is a play on a local hockey team we had here, the PD Pride. And yeah, we got shirts for sale. We sell some hats, and obviously we got some beer that we keg here. Seminar Brewing is in the house here, and Pixels is our very popular hazy IPA, and sell a good bit of those. Got a little bit of a Mario play. This is one of the sides of our dining room here. We do have some beer aging in these barrels, but we have this side. It's a little more light, airy. Then we have another dining room on this side. We do a lot of private parties and weddings and things, and people want to rent out the space, and we kind of keep this side open for parties, but we seat it normally when we don't have a party. But we have a pool area. These garage doors open up when it's seasonally appropriate. A little hot and muggy today. And then we've got a good selection of arcade games. Good selection of arcades, classic arcade games, Golden Tee, pinball. There's a lot of families here in Florence, and there's not a whole lot of family-friendly places and things to do. So we wanted to bring some family good times to this place. It is a brewery or a restaurant, but there are a lot of kids that want to come and hang out. And NASCAR's right down the road. We've got a little NASCAR game, big buck hunter. This kind of fills up pretty good on the weekends. This is our brewery here. Can walk you around this way. We do a lot of brewing here Monday through Friday. We close it up on Friday afternoon, and the brewers, they take the weekend off, and they'll come in and check on some things fermenting. But this is where we make all the beer and do the canning and ship it all out. We grind the grains in this malt master machine here. It goes up the chute, falls down into this tank. This is the kettle that cooks it with the water. It turns it into what we call a wort, and then that goes into the next tank, and we add our hops, and that kind of gives it the beer flavor that you would expect. Then we'd add some yeast to it. That yeast eats up the sugar and turns it into alcohol, and then we ferment it and store it in these other tanks here. And the orange hoses are for transferring it to tank. But this is a big operation. Big part of our operation here is the brewing. This is our bar side of the dining room. This is our wall of beer that we make. We keep this pretty full with our brews. We have a couple of draft wines on there, but the rest of them are our beers that we make. And we have a full cocktail selection, little tchotchkes that I've collected over the years. This is kind of our little waiting area for when we get busy, and then another area for seating for private. Somebody that wants a little more quiet, we got them back here, and then the rest of the brewery back this area. So this place used to be a pecan factory originally, and I'll show you the walk-in cooler. It used to be a freezer, but it's hard to imagine it being full of pecans. But when I saw it, I was like, I can make this work, because it's literally the biggest walk-in I've ever had the chance to work with. And again, our bar. Again, we have more beer taps and whiskey selection. Frozen cocktails are pretty popular here. We have quite a few. A frozen shandy made out of some pink lemonade sour beer that we make. We do a little peach and muscadine daiquiri right now. I've got a sun-kissed creamsicle vibe, and then a banana pudding slushy, but they're all boozy. Sell a good bit of them right now in the summertime. This is our storage area where we keep all of the beer making supplies, and then the walk-in here, we're actually able to drive a forklift into. But we keep our hogs and pigs and beer and all in here. Big giant walk-in definitely makes cooking barbecue a lot easier. This is something I'm real proud of, a soft serve machine. I've wanted an ice cream machine in a restaurant for a long time, finally got one about 3 weeks ago, so it's fairly new. We're doing soft serve and sundaes made with some homemade pound cakes. It's a neon sign I had made, marlin up there. I wanted people to kind of feel like maybe they were already at the beach stopping in, and that fish is up there to remind me that I want to do some more smoked fish as we grow and get bigger. We're doing smoked salmon right now, and we do some catfish here and there and some shrimp, but I'd really like to focus a little more on the seafood as we grow as a business here. And this is the server area, and where we pull the pig. We've got some manager offices over on this side, some pictures of when I was young, and a picture of me with some pigs up in a farm up in Asheville. And then the kitchen, this is where we kind of cook everything. We've got a line in there. We get all the sides made and fry all the chicken wings, and all the food comes out of here, other than what we're doing right there with the smoker and the pig. There is a space next door. We're working on kind of connecting these two buildings. This was phase one of Elliott's and Seminar. Phase two, we're working on getting our permits for, but we're going to cover these two buildings and put some screen in so we can open these garage doors, and when it's busy and we have some parties and events, we'll be able to have folks kind of walk throughout the whole space. But it's a construction zone right now, but I think you can get the idea. We're going to do an event space with a new bar over there, commissary kitchen, so we can expand into more caterings. But that explains the trash here. But this is the spot we're working on next. Again, it's a construction zone, but this will be a private event space. We're putting a bar in this corner, opening these windows, and then this will open to the outside, so you can come in and have a beer or order a beer from the outside or come in and look on the outside. But it's a little rainy today, but we do have this beer garden in addition to the indoor seating. And part of the plan for this is also to redo this whole area. We're going to put a stage in the back there and open up, cut some of these trees down, put a little more covered seating out here. But this is phase 2 of the plan. But yeah, this is again Elliott's Barbecue Lounge and Seminar Brewing, and we're here in Florence, South Carolina. We're happy to give you a tour of the space and show you what we do here with the food. Hey there, so my name is Elliott Moss again. I started cooking barbecue here in Florence, South Carolina. My family actually started when I was a little kid. Some of my first memories were my uncle and my dad and my grandfather cooking hogs on the center block pits, very similar to what we have outside. And then that turned into oil drums, started cooking them on oil drums. My grandfather, my dad, and my uncle were welders, so we used to cook on smokers that they built and some that we made. Again, those are my earliest memories of food, really, is barbecue. I moved away to Colombia and realized that they do barbecue a little different there. And then I moved up to Philadelphia, and there was no barbecue up there. That was the middle of the 2000, maybe 2005. Then I moved to Asheville, and I was there for maybe 7 years. And I just kept hearing everybody talk about barbecue. Where's barbecue? And North Carolina, the barbecue is all on the eastern side, a little bit in the middle, but not much in the mountains where I was. So I had the idea to open a barbecue place, and that was because of my memories of food. I just had a passion for it, and I knew it. You know, it was in my blood, and I decided to do a eastern South Carolina barbecue joint up in the mountains, which is PD style, whole hog, cooked with wood, charcoal, and then mopped with a vinegar pepper sauce. And that's just what I knew as barbecue growing up. The folks here in Florence, that's what they know. Brisket and ribs even wasn't a big thing as a kid. It was barbecue chicken maybe, and definitely some ribs, but mostly whole hog. There wasn't a lot of shoulders or Boston butts. It was just whole hog. So I had an opportunity after being in Nashville for a long time to move back home. I'd kind of had an earning for that. My mom and dad still live here. A lot of family members still live here. Being in Nashville for 17 years, I was just ready for something different. And this place was already established brewery called Seminar. They had a kitchen that you saw earlier, or will see. And they were doing okay. COVID definitely hurt them, and they were on the verge of either selling or closing down. My partner, Tim Norwood, called me up and asked me if I'd be interested in talking about doing a project here. I knew of this building because when I was a little kid, we had pecan trees in our yard, so they would take bags of pecans and give you $5 for them. So my dad had me picking them up in the yard, and that was how I got my allowance money when I was real little. So I knew of this place, and I just thought it was kind of odd and in a good way, kind of full circle, that there was an opportunity for me to be doing business here. And then the brewery was a big part of it. Living in Nashville, Asheville is a big brewery city, so I felt like I learned a lot just from observing my friends and peers open and grow their beer brands. I thought I could help out a little bit with the brewery side of things in addition to opening a barbecue place. The barbecue idea wasn't a hard sell for me because I'd already kind of done it, and I know that people here in Florence, this is what they want, is whole hog barbecue. And there was a few places around when I was little that have gone under or are not the same or have changed their cooking styles. And I just, thought that this would be a good fit for a barbecue place. Definitely has some bones of my previous place up in Asheville, Buxton Hall. Definitely a big old space. We can really pack people in here on the weekends. And that's really what we are. We do a decent lunch business and weekdays, but this is kind of a place to come on Friday, Saturday night with your family after a long week of work, and we can accommodate a party of 20 just walking in, and there's not too many places in town that can happen. So we do get a lot of big parties, a lot of families. They seem to be enjoying the food. We do get a few questions about brisket, and we may do brisket down the road, but I don't have a Texas-style smoker here right now. I do have one in my possession, but the health department wants it to be in a smokehouse like you just saw outside, and we just sell so much of the whole hogs that's where I want to focus it on, and that's what I really am passionate about, is the whole hog barbecue. I've been doing it professionally for over 10 years now, and it's been in my family forever. So yeah, that's what brought me to Florence, is to do this opportunity here, and we've been open for March 11th, so going on 5 months, I think. Seems a lot longer, a lot shorter, depending on the day you ask me, but yeah, we're having a good time and having a lot of fun. We get a lot of tourists from all over traveling to the beach or going up to Florida or coming back from New York, and it's a good location, and I'm real excited to be here, and I hope y'all will come see us after seeing this video and come check out what we're doing here in Florence, South Carolina. All right, so this is a spread of almost everything we do here. This is a pork steak. This is something we started maybe a month and a half ago. I played around with them a little bit before we opened, and it's become a pretty good hit. We get them cut right down the road at Darlington Packing. 1.25 inch pork steak. We salt and pepper it, cook it over charcoal, and mop it with a little vinegar pepper sauce, and serve it with a little steak sauce. This is served with collard greens and potato salad. This is our barbecued nachos, whole hog barbecue, some of our rib and chicken sauce, sour cream, some homemade salsa, jalapenos, and then I think what makes these special is our beer cheese. It's Cooper Sharp. Cooper Sharp cheese is something that's real popular on the cheesesteaks, but we mix it here with a little bit of our Pixels beer and a little beer cheese that we put on top of it. Some of those smoked mushrooms you saw earlier is here on a mushroom Swiss double cheeseburger. This is our barbecue sandwich. We serve it with a pork rind. These are some green beans and beer boiled peanuts that we do here. This is another plate that we sell. We don't do barbecue by the pound or half pound like a lot of the other places do. We try to sell everything as a plate. So this is a combination plate. We call it the smoked pork trinity. It's a little smoked jalapeno cheddar sausage, some of our barbecue, whole hog, a couple of the baby back ribs. This one's got some baked beans and coleslaw. We smoke our chicken wings over the same coals, and we have a variety of sauces. This one here is buffalo with ranch. We make the ranch here, also the blue cheese. This is a sandwich that's pretty popular. I've been doing it for a little while. It's I spent 8 years working at Chick-fil-A, so this is my ode to Chick-fil-A and my time there. We brine the chicken, fry it, a little egg wash and seasoned flour, serve it with some dill pickles, white barbecue sauce on the side, and then a little bit of our pimento cheese, and I like the American cheese on there also, the little combination. And this is our boiled peanut appetizer. We cook it down with some Pixels beer. It's a IPA. We sell a good bit of these, and right now the green peanuts are in season. Hopefully we'll have them for a little bit longer. As I was saying, we don't do the quarter pounds or half pounds. You know, we will if you really want to, but this is another combo plate. We do 3 bone baby backs and then a portion of our barbecue. It comes with 2 sides. This one we're showing the French fries and the baked beans. This is our half barbecue chicken. Sometimes we do it as a quarter. Right now we're doing them as a half, and we've got some really nice local watermelon right now, and coleslaw on this one. And then we do salmon here. We cold smoke it outside on the pit, a little salt and pepper, and then we finish it to order on the flat top back there. But this one we're serving as a salad, a little balsamic vinaigrette. You can get it as a plate with 2 sides, or we offer it as a sandwich with lettuce, tomato, tartar sauce. But this is a good spread of what you can find here. Our menu changes a little bit every day. Our sides are the thing that changes. We don't always have the pork steak, but we're trying to. We don't always have the half chicken. But we always right now have salmon, the combo rib plates, the chicken sandwich, the Trinity, chicken wings, boiled peanuts. We always have a burger, it rotates. It's not always mushroom Swiss, but then we always have the nachos. Those are a big seller here. But this is a typical spread you can find here at Elliott's Barbecue Lounge, and hope you can come try it sometime.
No, you're good. Yeah, I got you. No, you're good. Yeah, I got you.